Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Now Dobbins again on second down. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? From the gun, it's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in-route.
With those faster passes and you're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. It was Rashaan Evans there to put a nice hit on it. Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking core.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback and then zip, one cut, and he's grasping at air. But this time, he locked in on him the whole way, took an excellent angle, and his grasp came up with the quarterback.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The 7th play now in this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Now it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. On third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there to pick up the first, Charles.
And you used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. That's into the hands of Prochet. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
No score after one on EA Sports. In search of 8 yards on third down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Jackson. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Now it's Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second. And finally, points were registered.
On the other side, they're chopping at the bed just to get the football. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their 25-yard line. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
They'll run with Patterson. And, boy, he is very close to a first down from where they're spotting that football. He's going to be a full short short. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. To throw is Jackson.
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he will have a Ravens first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Right back to Dobbins on first.
And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down and 3.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Now Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And so close, he gets it to the wall. Out of bounds right there. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. Jackson now.
That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back to throw now on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
Returning it, Justice Hill.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slow if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
Back to throw here. That's to the speedster Olamide Zaccheaus. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Here's Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Back to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. They go play action here on first down. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his pass-catching tight end, that's Pitts. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 15.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a two-possession game might become three. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Ravens send their punter out now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Ready, go!
They'll give it to Patterson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Let's go!
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw again. And this one incomplete. I couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Okay, great.
The Falcons on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's safe to say he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On third down, Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Yeah, the Falcons going to use another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. They go play action with Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39. A good gain of 14 there and moves the chains.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, 27 yards. And the Ravens have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll look to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option, and now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Edwards now on 1st and 10.
Down to the 42, second down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll go option to the short side. Oh, no, he lost the football. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And it sort of goes without saying that's the risk of running the option play. You can put the ball on the ground. They did there and turned it over.
So true, because you've got so many different decisions that have to be made. Are you handing the ball off inside, or are you just keeping it yourself? Are you pitching it to your trail guy? And sometimes you get caught in between, and you're a little indecisive on the play, and it turns into the ball on the ground. Fortunately enough, they weren't able to return it for a touchdown.
Got this complete to the tight end, Pitts.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a 2-point conversion.
We'll break down the touchdown later. It's 2-point conversion time. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion.
Ritter will throw for it.
On a huge mistake late. It's intercepted.
Well, I don't think it takes much to call into their mind, right, why they went for 2 there, even though they were unsuccessful. But this type of a lead, what they're worried about, right, and less than 10 seconds on the clock, what they're worried about It's just giving up the touchdown.
Yeah, on the kickoff return.
Yeah, so you go for it here to try and ensure yourself. Now they've got to make sure they cover it, otherwise they could actually lose.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And good real estate people tell us all the time, it's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.